I'm Stephen Banks. I met Betty and Bill in New York City in the 70s. I would like to observe something that I always found remarkable about both of them. They were separate, but they were one. In New York, Bill had his career with the health department where I worked. Betty was running around Central America all the time. Even here in the quadrangle, Bill's apartment is full of bicycles, books, papers, stuff. Betty's apartment looks like an English parlor. Polished furniture, paintings, doilies. They were separate, but they were one. Thank you.
Tom Beakley, and I'm speaking on behalf of my wife, Lori, who is present, and her sister, Patty, who is not. She's in East Lansing, Michigan. Lori and Patty grew up knowing Betty since childhood, at least 50 years ago. These are Patty's bluffs in East Lansing. Since my sister, Lori Helen Beakley, had Alice Smith as her godmother, I'd like to pretend that Betty was mine. In my opinion, unofficially, she was. If Lori was holding hands or spending time with Alice, then I wanted time and attention from Betty. She didn't seem to mind. I loved it when she spoke about England and the royal family. I assumed that she had a direct connection to the Queen. With that accent, how could she not? My gifts to Betty were always interesting and special. As I recall, they were often purchased in faraway places that Betty visited, and there was typically an interesting story that accompanied each gift. Memories of the marriage between Betty and Bill are still in my mind. We had heard a lot about Bill, and he sounded perfect for Betty. We were all so happy for Betty, and I couldn't wait to attend the wedding. It was our first experience at a Quaker ceremony, which was very interesting and different from any wedding I had been to before. I do recall sitting with my sisters in silence, waiting for someone to speak or for something to happen, and a terrible urge to giggle.
I'm just a friend of Betty, but what a miraculous gift that has been for me. I've known her in the 8 years I've been at Quaker, and when she first smiled at me in our first meeting, that smile has kept its image in my head for 8 years, and its sense of caring, humor, attachment, and bonding. I don't know another person who has given more to her own.
I'm Mabel Banks, one of the oldest, I guess, members of the Old Haverford Friends meeting, and I had the privilege of knowing Betty, perhaps not as well as other people, because she was also up in years. I don't know the difference, and it doesn't matter. But Betty was certainly a brilliant addition to our meeting. As everyone has said, it was her laugh and her smile that captured everyone. And not only that, she was asked to speak before the first day school children. And that was unusual because they were having a practice of doing this for some of the older ones, but I don't know whether they got through to all of us. Many of them have already gone on from here. But the children loved the adventures of her in London and so forth. I wasn't in there and I wasn't privileged to hear it, but I understood that she made a tremendous hit with the children. And in my mind, I carry all these loved ones who have gone on, and that goes back to, the 50s. And many of them still write to me, even though if they're still living, they do. And they send me notes saying that I still send out notices to them every month, the ones that do not get email. And most of them appreciate them so much, and they tell me, some from Boulder, Colorado, some from California, and all over. And it means so much to me, because I just said to someone I was writing to, all these lovely people that have gone on, they left a hole in my heart, because I don't see them, hear of them anymore. But the memories are beautiful. And we've had some wonderful, wonderful people in this meeting. And I just wish we could gather them all up and bring them back again. It would be a fantastic meeting. But the Bible psalm particularly has always captured my heart. And I just love the 23rd Psalm. So if you'll bear with me, I may not know it all perfectly, so I have my reading. You're going to hold it down. I have a reading here where I can see the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in the green pastures. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff that comfort me. Thou preparest Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall live in the house of the Lord forever. God bless you, Betty. And just say one without the other would be just remiss, because Bill and Betty just fit like a glove. And I think they're both wonderful people. And now we will certainly miss Betty. She will have to fill that hole in my heart, too. Thank you.